What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland. On this channel, Stay Fresh Productions, we talk about all things dealing with fragrances. If you have any interest in that kind of content, and I suspect you do, you might as well hit that subscribe button and improve your freshness, which grants you entry into the Fresh Squad. Would love to have you. You'll feel it. Others will smell it. Let's dive right into this topic today. Today we're talking about surprising fragrances. These are fragrances that, to put it very simply, I like them a lot more than I expected to varying degrees, and they're kind of ordered in that way. We just have 5 here. They're fragrances that either I expected to like and I really loved, or I expected to not like and I really like, or I just didn't really expect anything at all and they kind of lean towards love and they grow on me with every wearing. So I wanted to share these with you guys, maybe with the hopes that if you try them, you'll have a similar experience. Up here at the 5th spot, this is kind of an unfair pick because this fragrance is very hard to find. It is in circulation, it is completely available to purchase, but as far as I understand, you can only purchase it in France, and you have to purchase it from a very particular tennis tournament. So yeah, not easy to get, but if you happen to come across it, I do recommend checking it out. This is from Lacoste. It's called Lacoste Blanc, but it is the Roland Garros version of it. This was released actually just this year in 2021 for the Roland Garros tennis tournament. If you're not familiar, it is a very well-known tennis tournament. And my buddy Thomas Kanasaki, he was generous enough to pick this up for me while he was there a couple months ago. And I did not know what to expect from this. He said he was sending it to me. It came in, I sprayed it on, and I was like, okay, first of all, this does not smell like Lacoste Blanc. This is not just Lacoste Blanc rebottled. It's actually a brand new fragrance altogether. Now, it is gonna serve a similar purpose. It is gonna have a more casual vibe, but those are the only 2 things that I would say are similar to the original. When you first spray this on, it's very fresh, a little bit bitter, and medicinal. You get a lot of eucalyptus up here when you first spray it on, but you also get some finger lime, which is a very interesting citrus quality. It's fresh, it's clean, but it's also a little bit sweet, a little sweeter than a normal lime, I would say. There's even a touch of a warm spice from anise in here. And basically as it dries, it just gets quite woody and herbaceous. You have clary sage, you have vetiver, you have cedar wood, and it gets warmer. The dry down, I think, is what surprised me the most. First of all, the opening is very unique. I haven't smelled anything quite like this. That medicinal, clean, slightly sweet, citrusy freshness. Maybe a bit of like a musky quality, like a musky texture to it. Very pleasant stuff, but the most unique aspect of the fragrance has to be in the base. You apparently have this clay accord, something that's supposed to represent the clay court for the tennis tournament. I can't say I distinctly detect that because I don't have a ton of experience around clay tennis courts, but there is something distinctive in the base that I don't really recognize, and I think it might be that quality. It's a kind of this dry, warm, kind of comforting quality to the scent. It's hard to describe. I'm going to spend more time with it, but here at the 5th spot, partly because it's hard to find, we have Lacoste Blanc Roland Garros edition. Okay, here at the 4th spot, man, I love this stuff. This is severely underrated and underpriced, but don't tell a Zaro that, or the discounters. This is a Zaro Pour Homme Intense, the 2015 version. And essentially this takes the original Zaro Pour Homme DNA, that fresh, spicy, kind of slightly creamy, sweet barbershop quality of the original from the 70s, but it makes it warmer and spicier. You put cinnamon, you put brandy in here. It's sweet, warm, again, spicy, a little bit boozy, but it still has that nice kind of barbershop, masculine, gentlemanly freshness in there. Makes for a beautiful kind of evening nighttime scent to wear when, you know, it's not terribly cold or hot. This is a fall or spring fragrance perfectly because it has some freshness, but it also has some warmth and depth. So I definitely recommend checking this out. You can usually pick this up from discounters for a very good price. I'll have links to everything down below. That's a Zaro Pour Homme Intense. I knew I was gonna like this one, but I did not know I was gonna love it because I really enjoyed the original. This is a flanker that came out, I believe, last year, if not the year before. From Cartier, we have Declaration Parfum. I love the original Declaration, which is a total classic, Jean-Claude Ellena. And this takes that DNA, that fresh, spicy DNA, cardamom, a bitter orange note, woods, leather, and it makes it spicier and woodier, adds kind of a bit of a resinous quality to it, amps up the vetiver in here, I believe. It is kind of balsamic and sweet in addition to being fresh, spicy, aromatic, a little bit dry, very classy stuff. Very classy, a little bit on the mature side. You have to be confident to rock this one, but I highly recommend it if you want to stand out. This one really surprised me. I cannot wait to wear this more as we get into the fall, which cannot come soon enough because it is so dang hot in here. I have no AC. I'm in front of my window trying to get some cool air. It's 92 degrees Fahrenheit outside and it's 8 o'clock. So I'm trying my best to hopefully not be glistening here on camera, but can't wait till the fall to rock this one. Declaration Parfum. Here at number 2, man, I didn't know what to expect from this one. It was coming in the mail from the brand. They wanted to send it to me just as a gift to review. And I said, okay, it's a new release. I think it was maybe gonna be the second fragrance I had smelled from the house, so didn't have super high expectations. But when it came in, when I sprayed it on, I was blown away by Halfeti Cedar from Penhaligon's. I've been talking about it for a while, but it's been a little while since I've spoken about it because I haven't been wearing it. It's too hot. This is definitely cool weather stuff. And this is, to sum it up, there's quite an array of notes here, but beautiful dried fruits with like a boozy accord in there. Definitely dry woods. There's some more sweetness and some kind of added sweetness like a vanilla or a tonka bean as well. It's kind of like pruny, like the fruitiness is more of a plum, like a pruny plum, dark juicy fruitiness with that kind of liquor accord with that dry woods, a little bit balsamic even, just a right amount of sweetness. Beautiful, very classy stuff. Again, blew me away. I'll keep singing its praises, and I know a lot of you guys are digging it too, so if you have not checked out a Halfeti Cedar yet, check it out. And at number 1, I sung the praises of this fragrance not that long ago, and I talked about it a lot. I haven't talked about it a ton lately because, again, this is more cool weather stuff. It's way too hot. I'm on the verge of just sweating all over my face, so hopefully I finish before that happens, but I cannot wait to wear this stuff. This is stunning. This is classy. This is elegant. This is grown folks business here. From Chris Collins, Oud Galore. Again, no stranger to my channel. One of my patrons, Wayne, sent me a message and said, hey, I'm sending you some fragrances from Chris Collins. He sent me one bottle and a discovery set out of the blue. I was just taken aback. I was floored by it. I said, I don't deserve any of this, but Wayne, you're too kind. Sure, I'd love to experience it because I haven't smelled his fragrances. He sent this bottle, man, I popped this thing open, I sprayed it on, and it grabbed me by the face and just rang me. But it didn't really do that. It is powerful. It is present, but it is not overpowering. It is not too dense. It's somehow thick, but without taking up a lot of room. There's a density to it, but there's still an airiness to this fragrance. It is an oud rose, which is a very common combo. So you get that slightly sweet, slightly jammy rose in there. It is floral, but there's that dry, slightly medicinal oud in the background with some spices like cinnamon, maybe some cloves, a touch of an orris vibe to kind of give it a creaminess. It kind of rounds it out, but geranium does make it a little bit fresh and aromatic, maybe adding to that airiness I was speaking about. And it dries down to kind of a woody balsamic base. Sandalwood is on there. Obviously the oud and a little bit of cypriol kind of adds this dry woodiness as well. Simply gorgeous. Extrait de Parfum leaves a beautiful trail that will last all night. This stuff is going to be on your skin all night. It doesn't overpower. Again, it's not gonna be a room filler, but it will leave a very, very powerful trail, and it will last a long time. And it smells so elegant. A very, very accessible rose oud fragrance. Not cheap. Definitely recommend sampling it if you can, but definitely recommend getting your nose on it in whatever way makes sense to you. I'll have links down below, but that is Oud Galore from Chris Collins. Black-owned brand, by the way. So that is my list of 5 fragrances that have surprised me, at least at this current time. There will be more because I'm always getting new stuff in. So I would love to know, are there any fragrances you've picked up recently? I'd say within the past couple weeks or month that blew you away, that you expected to like but you love, or you didn't really expect to care for but you really like and you want to know more about it. I want to know what that fragrance is. Let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, please like the video. It means so much to me. Helps out with my visibility across YouTube. And once again, if you have not joined the Fresh Squad, if you have not chosen to elevate your freshness yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. This video is almost over, so might as well do it now. Hit that subscribe button, join the Fresh Squad. Would love to have you back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.